I'm saying hello to you on mute. Good evening. Welcome to the Becky Brown Girl Show. I am your host, and tonight's very special episode of my show is on aging gracefully. So before I bring on my guests, no, Mom, I will add you when I'm ready. Before I bring on my guests, yesterday I made a post about goals that I want to set approaching my 50th birthday next March. And, you know, some folks are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're 50, blah, 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 blah. Which, of course, I always appreciate a compliment, and, you know, I'm grateful and thankful, you know, that I don't quite look my age. However, it's an inevitable fact that we are all going to age, and eventually we will not be here anymore, right? So tonight I want to talk about kind of how we can, what's within our control to increase our longevity while we are here, and the quality of our life. Because for those of you who are believers, like the good book says, faith without works is dead. So it's not just kind of going to happen because you pray about it and wish it were so. Anything that we want in life, we have to work towards achieving, including vitality and good health, and so on and so on. So tonight I have invited two guests who sort of embody aging gracefully. First, of course, shout out to my beloved mom, my favorite girl, Mama Gwen, as many of you affectionately know her. I'm going to bring her on second, actually. And my friend David A. Miller, owner of Damn Good Bodies, Elite Personal Training in Philly. So my mother was formerly an executive at a Fortune 500 insurance company back in the day, and she is since retired. So at 77 years young, you know, she's enjoying retirement, and she wants to talk about how she maintains the quality of her life, being active and you know, engaging in meaningful relationships, and so on and so on. And I'll let her elaborate on that. And then David is a former Penn State football player, former athlete, turned elite personal trainer. He's been in the business for over 30 plus years, and I'll let them kind of talk more about themselves individually. And I won't bore you. I'm going to bring them on. They are the experts. So, and David is 57. So I'm going to go ahead and bring David on first, and then my mom to follow. And let's get this conversation started. So David, I'm going to send you a request right now. And hopefully, Mom, you don't have to send me the request. I'll send it to you when I'm ready for you to join. I appreciate it though. But hopefully David will join. David, where are you? I gave you that hyped up intro. You can't leave me hanging like that now. I'm not quite 50. I'm about 6 months away. Humble one. Hey, Honor, my boo. David, where are you? Come on now, y'all can't do me like this. You know what? If I can't get him on in a second, then I'm just gonna add my mom first, and then we can have David join, because I don't actually even see him, which is wild. Oh, David Miller. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add my mom first. So we're gonna do it right. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna try one more thing, and if this doesn't get him, like I literally was just texting with him, so um, I'm gonna go ahead and add. You know, sometimes you gotta be ready to switch up the program. It's all right, you know. We flexible, right? That's one of the good things about. Hello,
Hi there.
somebody. Hello, mama.
Hello, baby girl.
So introduce yourself to the people, and just really quickly again, like I said, this is my mom. So for those of you in the comments who I don't know in real life, you better act like you know, and and keep it respectful before I have to come through this phone and get yanks on you. Okay, thank you. And
Thank you, Stacy. That's my baby girl. Well, I was thrilled and humbled that Stacy would invite me to talk about this subject. But it is a subject that I enjoy because I like to think about aging gracefully. I've had people like Stacy tell me that I don't look my age. I turned 77 a couple of months ago. I don't usually say that, and not because I'm ashamed of my age, but more because people treat you differently when they think you're over a certain age. And so when you think about, so how do I, or try to remain age gracefully? And I think that what I would say to start out is that I think that everyone should wake up and go to bed at night with a grateful heart. I mean, if you're here another day and you can go to sleep another day, then you should be grateful if you don't have anything else to be grateful about. And with that gratefulness also comes a lot of smiling. Smiling and laughing is really important. I love Instagram because some of the things I see there and some of the characters, they really make me laugh, and sometimes laugh almost that I feel like I'm going to wet myself. But so I think that's really important. I also think that, people talk about, fitness. And I know that David is going to talk a lot more about that because he's really a professional. But when I think about fitness, fitness has been different throughout my life. So, as a younger woman, I used to snow ski, swim, bike. I love to travel. I like to meet new people and create long lasting relationships. And the thing that's important about that is when you're a certain age, I suggest you not just lock yourself into people your age. Um, I find that you're probably not going to learn a lot more from those people. A lot of them, they think like you do. You don't get the younger perspective, and you also don't get an older perspective. Until last year, the person who was youngest in my circle, I would say, was probably mid 50s, and the eldest person, she died at 103. And I don't mean 103, not able to get around. She was phenomenal. She was funny, and I spoke to her almost every week, and I really miss her. So I think that fitness in that way, learning, deciding what it is that you want in terms of keeping active. And it doesn't have to be skydiving, like my daughter Stacy as an example, but find something that interests you where you can keep active. In other words, don't become a couch potato. I also believe that it's do everything in moderation. So I would never say to anyone, don't do anything. You should enjoy your life. So if you like a glass of wine, drink that glass of wine, but don't become an alcoholic. Things like alcohol, smoking, or whatever, they do age you more quickly than some other things. I think that people should remember that, and this is kind of, my ideas about what I do. I believe in wearing sunglasses. If you're not wearing sunglasses, and I don't care if it's in the summer or the winter, you're going to frown a lot. That's going to cause wrinkles, and your eyes are not protected. Now, we do need vitamin D, especially people of color. They're lacking in vitamin D. So I encourage people to get out every day, get out in the sunshine and the fresh air. I believe maintaining your weight is an important thing. I'm not saying that you have to be big or small, but you should maintain your weight. Increasing and decreasing weight from year to year is not a good thing. I always say that the way that I personally do that is I take a look at my closet. And if you've got 3 or 4 different sizes in your closet, not only is it costing you a lot of money, but it's probably not good for your health. Take care of your skin. It's the only one you have. So a lot of people their skin is, more dry. My skin is combination, which is a good thing. But I still know that I have to moisturize it. Don't wait until you're 40 to start moisturizing your skin. And for heaven's sakes, when you go out in the sun, wear sunblock. I feel that oftentimes we neglect as young people the annual checkups and the physicals. It's really important to get a baseline. You may be perfectly healthy and well now, but if you don't ever get that baseline, you never know what to guard yourself against. Sometimes certain health issues are genetic or hereditary, and there's not much you can do about that except maybe minimize that risk or control it. And that's why I encourage you to take care of your health. I also suggest that people should remain stylish. This is a personal thing for me. And I don't mean, every year, whether you're a man or woman, you're going to go out and you're going to completely, revamp your wardrobe. But certainly things that we wore in the 70s may not be appropriate today. I think it's really key for men and for women that as you get older, to make your tailor your best friend. Your clothes don't have to be too tight, or they don't have to be too baggy, but they should definitely fit. So whatever your preference is, there's always something that you can find that will fit in that realm. You just want to look like you belong in the current decade, is what I would say. Also, let's see, I made myself some notes here. And
wait, Mom, I don't know if you can adjust the I know the audacity. I always have so many demands, but just because we can't see your whole face. So.
Okay, how was that?
That's better.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. Also, I may have David come on and then have you come back at the end. But
that's fine.
I want you to finish your thought though.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. I think that for me it's I mentioned earlier that it's really important to create and maintain meaningful relationships so that you know what else is going on in the world and how other people think. I'm always fascinated and I'm always asking people why and how. I find that lots of people, when they get over a certain age, they're saying, well, I don't need to learn that. I'm too old. I don't need to know about that new app because it's too difficult. And it may be, but I have Stacy and Stephen, both my children, on speed dial. I'm always asking them technology questions because I don't want to be left out. Because what I find is that I'm always learning some little nugget that I can use, and I can sort of remain relevant when I'm talking to them. I'm not totally out of the loop. And that helps to stimulate your brain, which is very important.
Yep.
So that's sort of an overview of, of what I think. Again, again, sort of like recapping, I think you should take care of your skin. I think you should take care of your teeth. I didn't mention that. It's funny to me sometimes that people will spend their whole paycheck on a handbag or a pair of sneakers, but but they've got issues with their teeth. And for me, that's one of the first things I look at. When I look at you is your smile, your eyes. Um, and I really don't care if you have on $2,000 sneakers if you got four teeth missing. That's just me.
Talk to her.
I also think that we should try to get enough rest. Now, enough rest is different for everyone. I'm a night person, and I can be that now because I'm retired. I mean, I used to get up at 5:15 in the morning to commute from Philadelphia to New York, and I did that for years. And I could do that because I was also a lot younger. I prefer not to do that. I've never been a morning person. I'm definitely a night person, but then I get to sleep late. So I get to get my 8 hours in, which I think is critical for also for maintaining good health. I'd like to also encourage the women, because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, to get their mammograms. A baseline is a really, really important thing. I haven't really shared this, and this is going to be the first time I said anything about it. But 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And because I had been getting my annual mammograms, it was in a very, very early stage. I had the lump removed and radiation, and I'm good to go. I'm 2 years cancer free and feeling like it never happened. So, which is the reason why I never talk about it. So, so ladies and gents, I want you to take care of yourselves. I want you to be around. Send notes to Mama G. Oh my God, I love that. And keep a smile on your face. And take care of those beautiful white teeth.
Yes, or whatever color they are.
Or whatever color they are, right.
So thank you so much for sharing. I definitely want you to come back, though. I am gonna bring David on, because the way I
Perfect.
kind of thought about it in my mind,
Okay, no problem.
But I want you to be the closer. So
Okay.
so do come back for the people who may miss you in the beginning, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add him. So
Perfect. And thank you for the opportunity.
thank you. See you in a little bit. So I'm
Okay.
going. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So you gotta.
I always forget that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Bye bye. Okay. So she's still here. I'm gonna bring her back. Now I'm going to add David, and hopefully this is going to work as I anticipate. So David, I just sent you the invite. Um, don't send me any more requests. I'm just going to add you. Okay. Hopefully, yeah. And she loves you back. So, okay, yes. I thought we were going to have an issue.
Damn. I
Now,
got it upside.
see,
See, see, I'm 20 years younger than your mom, and she's better with technology than I am.
come on now. I asked you about that lighting too. The men always got to get on here with some bad lighting,
Oh
but it's
my
cool.
goodness.
I want the
What?
people to see your face.
Okay,
So they can.
I'm here at the studio. I just got done. I've been here since 5:30 this morning. Just got done my last boot camp, and just wrapped up for the day.
So hold on before you get into
Mama
like some of the topics.
Mama G is
Isn't
awesome. She gave
she?
so much amazing advice. She is amazing.
Isn't
She
she? I love her.
is. She is.
I feel very fortunate, that I still have her. She's like the mom of my friend group, and or one of the moms, I should say. And
Hello,
and
everybody
kind
that's
of
saying hello to me.
and kind of, you
Yeah,
know, adopts and takes everyone under her
she
wing. So
she is awesome. She
oh,
is indeed awesome.
thank you. So
Every bit of advice she gave was right on point. All the health advice she gave was right on the money. Everything she was saying was perfect.
excellent. So I gave a little intro.
All
Yeah,
right,
so
people are asking me to light my. I mean, is
is
there? I don't know how to do
is
that.
it is if you turn around so the light is behind you, so
All
you
right,
look like you're in witness
let's try
protection.
let's try and do that. All right.
Yeah, you look
Let's
like you're in witness protection.
all right. Let's try this. Let's
I know.
all right.
I'm gonna have to send everyone ring lights before I ask
Yeah.
them to come on.
Give me a second.
It's fine. Anyway, I did give them a little bit of background on you.
Yeah,
You know, I told
I
them.
heard.
Okay. So, if you know, if there's anything else you want to add,
Any better? I don't know.
I mean,
I guess that's better. I don't know.
sorta, kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sorta. I
Yeah.
guess that's as good as it's gonna get. I don't know if you have a lamp in there, but anyway, I don't want to get hung up on that. So,
Okay.
um, so
So we're talking about trying to slow down the aging process as much as we can, trying to keep ourselves, aging gracefully, so to speak.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so um obviously you have a lot of experience, you know, as a professional in the fitness industry. And so I wanted you to talk a little bit about your style of training, you know, some different aspects of the way you train people, the nutrition piece. Like I want you to
Mm-hmm.
talk about the supermarket tour that you do, which I think is
Yep.
really phenomenal. You know, because I think a lot of people, even like myself included, struggle with the nutrition piece, um, which, as we know, is even more important than the
Yep.
fitness piece
Yep.
because you cannot
Uh,
outwork a bad diet. But let me not take your spiel. Somebody was suggesting that you turn the light up on your
okay.
laptop. Are
I
you
have.
doing it from your laptop or
I'm
or
on
your
my.
phone?
I'm on my iPad, and I really have no idea how to do that.
See,
So,
we you know
uh,
what we
you
gotta get
know,
this piece worked out in advance.
I am the most non-technical person.
Uh,
I'm training
David,
people all day. I'm not on computers all day. So
now
if somebody can tell me how to do it, I'll be glad to do it. If there's a way to do it.
somebody help him out in the comments. In the meantime, go ahead and talk about your
So
style of training,
so
please.
at 57, I run into, I see friends and former, classmates, former teammates, Facebook friends, IG friends, and it comes down to wanting to. Everyone wants to look better. I don't care what anyone tells me. Whenever someone tells me they don't care about how they look, I don't believe them, because I get all kind of DMs and texts and messages about people that confide in me how they're not happy with how they look and how they feel. And so I know that deep down most people want to look better, want to feel better. I think a lot of people just don't really know where to start. They've developed a lot of bad habits for years and don't know where to start. How do I start working on myself? And first and foremost, it's never too late. It's never too late to get started. I don't care what age you are. I don't like when people say, well, I'm this age, so it is what it is. It doesn't have to be that way at all. You
Yeah,
know, that's crazy. Your mom was talking about her friend that made it to 102. That's amazing. And most of us can make it to late 80s, 90s if we do certain things, if we take care of ourselves better. And of course, I'm a proponent of exercise. Of course, that's what I do every day. I train clients both individually and in group settings, and exercise should be something that everyone is doing. Everyone should be exercising, absolutely. If you got to think of your body I know it sounds corny, but think of your body as a machine, and it is the most amazing machine that you could ever develop, but you have to keep it. Most people take better care of their car than they do their body. You know, they call their car their baby. You know, your Mercedes or your BMW or your Land Rover or your Tesla. You know, people take such great care of their car. They never miss a tune up. They never miss anything going on with their car. But as far as their bodies, they let their body go to hell. So the same way you take such great care of your car, you should damn sure be taking care of your body at least equally as well. And you know, your mom was talking about first and foremost, you know, getting checkups. You know, unfortunately, so many black men, I think most of us know, so many black men don't go to the doctor, which is you know, you're playing Russian roulette if you know, especially after 35, after 40, you're not going to the doctor on a yearly basis. Anything, like your mom said, anything could be happening that you don't know. So you absolutely should be doing that. You should be getting an annual checkup. I just got my annual 2 weeks ago. You should be getting a checkup, getting your blood work done, making sure your numbers are all good, and knowing what's going on for the good or for the bad. Your doctor's going to let you know, your blood pressure is too high, your cholesterol is too high, your AC1 numbers aren't what they should be. You should know all those things and then take the steps that you need to work on them.
I'm sorry, just going to interrupt you for 1 second. What is the reason that you think that that as a community, we don't go to the doctor on a regular basis? Do you think outside of the insurance factor, right?
I think there's all kinds. There's people that have great insurance and still don't go.
Exactly.
So I don't know. You hear all kind of reasons. People still talk about the Tuskegee experiment. That happened years ago. Absolutely, that's something that really did happen. Something terrible that happened.
Right.
But it's too important of a thing for you not to do it. If you're not doing it for yourself, do it for your family. Do it for your wife. Do it for your kids. They want you around, and the only way that's going to happen is for you to make sure your body is in good working condition.
Exactly. Well, I think there's some degree of fear. Like I hear some guys, saying, or not just men, but people saying, like, if something is wrong with them, like they don't want to know. Well, why? Because if it can be addressed early, like my mother said, obviously, cancer is very insidious and it affects a lot of people. So if you can catch it early and it's a treatable form, then, you can go on, you go into remission and you can go on and, and live cancer free until, whenever it's your time.
Most things, if you catch it in time, there is a treatment for it. There is something that can be done for it.
Yep.
That's a terrible mindset, but that is a mindset that a lot of people have, that what's going to happen is going to happen, and you're going to go when it's your time. And I don't believe in any of that. I really do think you're in control over a lot of as far as your longevity. I think a lot of it you're in control. There's sometimes you roll a bad hand and somebody gets a disease that just that might take them out. But for the most part, I think most times it's usually something that's treatable or manageable. And the only way you're going to know that is to go to the doctor.
Well, and I also have heard, not to get too stuck on this particular point, but I have also heard men, or seeing people say on social media, like, with respect to like STD testing, if their woman is good, that they're good. That's not how that works.
That's crazy.
You don't take your raggedy ass to the doctor.
Crazy.
That's
crazy.
But that's what.
Crazy.
Yeah, you talking. But yes, but that's the type of shenanigans that are that are going on out here, and I'm like, what the.
And you ladies, you would be surprised the influence you have over men. So if you're dealing with a guy, your significant other, put that pressure on him. Tell him, I need you to do this, and stay on him every week until he makes it happen. Make it. You've got to stay on your guys to take care of themselves. Make it a priority. Make it something that they have to do. Stay on them until they show you that appointment card, and they let you know they actually made the appointment and made it happen. You guys are really in. You have more influence than you think you do. So get on your guys and push them to do it.
So can you talk a little bit about sort of the motivation versus the discipline piece? Because when I would, post my workouts more
Right.
frequently a few months back, and before, people would DM me and tell me, how I was keeping them motivated, or ask me like how I stay motivated. I'm like, I don't, because I
Yep.
definitely do not be feeling like doing it more often than I do. But I do like the results that I get from being consistent. And so it's about it has to be the lifestyle, not something you do when you feel like it, or when you got a vacation or a wedding, or
Exactly.
whatever, because
Exactly.
as quickly as you get the results, you will regress if without the consistency. But anyway, let me
you
let
know,
the professional talk.
people think because fitness is what I do for a living, that I just I own a gym, that I can't. I get up every morning. I can't wait to get in the gym and work out and crush my workout every single day. I'm so hyped, ready to go. No, not at all. I'm that's my job is to make my clients get it done, to motivate my clients to push hard, to work hard. But I still have to do my own workout, and there are many, many, many days that I don't want to do it. I have to talk myself into it. But so motivation comes and goes. Like you said, motivation is something short term. You're motivated. You're going to getting it. You're in a wedding. You're going on vacation. You've got a high school reunion. That's motivation. You're motivated for a short period of time for that specific goal, but that's short-lived. Discipline is what you have to develop. You have to develop the discipline that even on those days you don't want to do it, you still get it done. You'll never. I tell people all the time, you'll never be sorry that you did a workout. You'll never be sorry that you finished your workout. After that workout, you're like, you know what? Damn, I didn't want to do it, but I did it. I feel great. I'm glad I got it done. On the other hand, you skip that workout, you're going to be kicking yourself. Man, I should have got my butt off the couch and got my workout done. So you have to develop that discipline of getting it done and getting it done and getting it done over and over and over, no matter what. Even those days you don't feel like it, it has to get done. It's too important, and the results that you're going to get are so beneficial that I can't think of anything that's more important than you getting your workout done. At least 3 times a week is what you should be shooting for, at least 3. So no matter if people say, well, how do you get that discipline? It could be getting a good workout partner. It could be, you work with a trainer. You have friends that you work out with. Joining a group workout. I have a group workout. People go to CrossFit and other things like that. Whatever it takes to find some kind of discipline, something that's going to keep you doing it over and over and over. You've got to find that. You've got to find some kind of way to make yourself do it regularly every single week. You can't have a good week where you got 3 to 4 sessions in, and then 2 weeks where you didn't make it. You've got to, week after week after week, you got to keep putting those deposits in the bank, and before you know it, you will see and feel those results. And once that happens, there's nothing more motivating than that. Then you put on, your mom was talking about, and I talk about this all the time. You go in your closet, you got 3 different sizes. You got your big size, you got your size you can wear now, and you got the size you wish you could wear.
Right.
I go in my closet, there's one size. It was the size I've always worn, that I've worn for the last 35 whatever years. And that's what you want to strive for. You want to get to the size you want to be and maintain that size. And you can, that's very doable but you have to be consistent. I maintain my size because I'm consistent with my workouts. I'm consistent with the way that I eat. And that's what it takes. It takes being consistent with both parts of the plan. Both things are equally important.
So because I hear people, and obviously, so I've worked with David in the past. I know a lot of you hear me talk about, the Level Up Studio. I mean, we talking to David right now. David is based in Philly. That's in Jersey. So right now we plug in David, Damn Good Bodies, Elite Personal Training in East Falls. Make sure you put your information in the chat. He's a phenomenal trainer, works with all types of different people. I think some of your clients are probably in here watching what you say.
I'm sure there are a few people are definitely on for sure. Yeah.
But my point is, so from I have had experiences with different trainers and taken nuggets from different and I only work with the best of the best. But taken different bits and pieces of information that I've learned from each of them, and I know one of the things that you talked about was the MyFitnessPal app, and like being in a caloric deficit if you want to lose weight, and which is my focus. And I know probably for the majority of people, I know some people actually want to gain, so whatever they need to do is going to look a little bit different. But maybe if you could talk about that piece a little bit, and the supermarket tour,
So
because
so for
sorry,
most for most people, they really have no idea what they're doing really every day with their nutrition. They're kind of just winging it.
Mhm.
And meaning, they're eating a little of this, a little of that, they really have no idea where they're at with their eating every day. And in order for you to change your body, in order for you to get your body where you want it to be, you have to have something that's being accountable, some way of accounting what you're doing every day. And that's what MyFitnessPal does. There's other apps like Lose It, but I like MyFitnessPal. So basically, what it does, every meal that you're eating, you're inputting what you ate. So if you had 2 eggs, a chicken sausage, and a yogurt for breakfast, you put that in for your breakfast. If you had a salad with a can of tuna on top of it, you put that for your lunch. If you had salmon with broccoli and asparagus for dinner, you put that in your dinner. So at the end of the day, it adds up how many calories you took in, and it adds up your macros, your protein, your carbohydrates, your fat. And those are the things you need to know as far as you changing or manipulating your body in any way. If you're trying to lose weight, like you said, you want to be the only way that you lose weight, and anyone is listening, write this down. I don't care what anyone tells you. This will always be true. The way that you lose weight is to be at a caloric deficit, meaning you are burning off more calories than you're taking in, okay? Or you're taking in less calories than you're burning off. You have to be, but to know what a caloric deficit is for yourself, you have to be monitoring what you're eating every day. And most people just don't do that. So they really have no idea if they're at a caloric deficit or not. So whether you're doing a diet like intermittent fasting, low carb, whatever diet you name, the way that those diets work is that at the end of the day, you were at a caloric deficit. So what I tell people to know how do you know if you're at a caloric deficit or not? Take your weight that you're at right now, or you can also use your whatever you like your goal weight to be, multiply that by 11, multiply that by 12. That's going to give you 2 different numbers. So let's say your weight is your goal weight is 150 pounds. You're going to multiply 150 by 11, and then you're going to multiply 150 by 12. That's going to give you a range of, it's going to give you 2 different numbers, a low number and a high number. That's where you should be, in between those two numbers, for your daily calories every day. And as long as you're under that high number, that 12 number, as long as you're under that, you're going to be at a caloric deficit. And that's what you want to be doing every single day. But you're only going to know that if you're tracking what you're doing. You're tracking everything you're eating, you're tracking everything that you're drinking. Okay? That's how you know if you're at a caloric deficit. And Stacey told everybody, I do what I call a clean eating nutrition tour, a clean eating supermarket tour.
Shit. Y'all need to sign up and
What it
go
is,
if you're
we
in the
go
area.
to the supermarket. I usually do it at Whole Foods, but there are other markets I do go to, like Giant or Wegmans, and we're touring the entire market. We're going through every different section of the market. We go to produce, we go to seafood, we go to meat and poultry, we go to dairy, we go to every different aisle of the market, and all we're doing is talking about food. Root to the bras. The bras are everywhere.
They are indeed.
So we're talking about every different section of the market, every different food group, learning how to read food labels, and basically it gives you a blueprint, a game plan of what your refrigerator, freezer, cabinet, pantry, what your kitchen should look like on a weekly basis in order for you to get your body where you want it to be. I know 1,000 people that work out weekly. They work out 4 or 5 times a week, but they don't really look like it, and it's because of their nutrition. They in their mind, oh, I'm doing all this working out, I deserve to eat this, I deserve to eat that, and that
Yep.
kind of mindset is not going to get you the body that you want. Yes, it doesn't mean that you can't ever have a treat that you like. Yes, you can have a cheat meal. You cannot have a cheat day. And too many people do cheat days where they're just buck wilding and eating whatever and drinking whatever for a whole day, and you basically threw away your whole week of eating well and your whole week of working out. So it always starts with nutrition. It starts with nutrition, and then you put your workouts together with it. And once you put both things together, that's how you're going to get the body that you want. And as far as longevity, as far as aging gracefully, those are when people ask me what are the main things to do, it's going to be the way that you eat, the way that you exercise, the way that you rest and recover. Those are the things that are going to help you the most. Your mom talked about getting sleep. That is important. I admit that I'm not the best at getting the sleep that I should be getting. I'm notorious for staying up way too late. I'm like a little kid that thinks I'm going to miss something on TV or something. And I'm staying up way later than I should be because I've got early morning clients. I'll be back here at the studio at 5:30 tomorrow morning for my boot camp. So I need to be getting to bed soon when I get home, but I won't. But getting sleep is very important, as well as how you're eating. As far as your eating, to make it to just break things down real simple, and I'm sure this is not going to surprise anybody, you need to be getting more fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables also are going to help you with your skin and help you look younger. It's amazing to me when I hear people that say they barely eat fruit, they barely eat any vegetables. I'm like, what are you, 5 years old? But
wait a minute. Or how about the people who say, I mean, look, I'm not going to hold you. I definitely don't drink as much water as I should. And I'm like, I struggle, but I'm not like, oh my God, water is nasty, because ew. I mean, water is nasty. How are you not drinking water at all?
I can be honest and say I don't drink regular plain water, but I drink. So there's other ways to get your water in without drinking regular plain water. Like I drink a lot of sparkling water. I like the bubbles. I'm like a big kid in a lot of ways. So I like the bubbles. So I drink I drink Topo Chico sparkling water. I drink that all day. And so that's really the water that I drink. So it's still water. It's water with bubbles in it. So find some way to drink water, whether it's as long as it doesn't have added calories. That's the main thing. You don't want things with sugar. So find something that's still zero sugar. It doesn't have added sugar, but you're still getting water. You have to, as far as your water intake, most people don't know how much water they should be drinking. There's a simple formula for that. You take your weight, multiply your weight by 0.5, multiply your weight by 0.7. And again, that will give you, those two numbers will be the amount of ounces you should be drinking every single day. That's how you know how much water you should be drinking.
Now, aren't you supposed to drink more if you are more than whatever that recommended amount is if you're trying to lose weight?
You know, as long as you're doing that amount, you're going to be good. You know, most people have a hard time getting even the basic.
You like how I'm drinking my water?
Most people have a hard time getting. So I see people talking about purified water. People talk about alkaline water. Just drink some damn water. All right, drink some damn water. As long as you're drinking water, you're going to be good. If you think those kind of waters are going to be good for you, I'm all for it. I don't drink those, but if those work for you, you don't think those are better, I'm all for it. As long as you're drinking water, thumbs up to you. You're going to be good.
So, there's so many things I want to cover with you, but
shoot, I'm here for it.
Okay, so we talked about some of these other things. So I know that obviously you can speak from a male perspective, and but doesn't working. Okay, one thing that I definitely want you to talk about is why
I already
y'all
know it's coming. Go ahead. Hit
why
it.
y'all
Don't
need
be
to
bashful
be
now.
working your legs like the legs, okay? Because everybody wants to do upper body, and then and then they have these skinny little bottoms, and they look all disproportionate
so
and
I
crazy.
thought we were getting to something else.
Oh, well,
We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that too.
Yeah, we can talk about. Yes, talk about it.
But yeah. So guys, listen to me, please. Listen to me, please, guys. And this is coming from a guy that played sports, always had legs, always had a developed lower body. Women like a great lower body just like we do. Just like when we see someone like Stacy walk by and we're watching as they walk by, ladies do the same thing, guys. Believe me, okay? Believe me. They're looking at your legs. They're looking at your butt. And if your legs and your butt ain't looking right, they giving the same screw face that we do if their legs and butt ain't looking right. I'm telling you. So you guys that are skipping leg day, stop it. That is crazy. You look crazy. You look crazy, guys. You look crazy with a great upper body and no legs. You look crazy. I see dudes at the beach and they got this great upper body and they got toothpick legs. You look like Foghorn Leghorn. You look crazy. It's unbelievable. Like, what are you doing? Number one, your legs are your foundation. It's so important to work your lower body. That's your foundation of your body. As you get older, you're going to need your legs. You're going to need to be walking up steps. You're going to need to do some physical things sometime. One of the main things that affects older people, people in their 70s and 80s, are falls. And people fall because they're not strong. That's the reason that people that get older fall. They fall because their body is not strong. Their legs are not strong enough to hold them up. Or if they trip, they're going to go down because their legs aren't strong enough to hold them up. If you're doing regular weight training of your lower body, then it's going to be less likely for that to happen to you. If you're keeping your legs strong, that's going to make it much more likely that your whole body is strong. So you have to work your lower body, guys. Yes, it's hard. Believe me, I've got leg day tomorrow. I dread it. I don't like it. Even though I have legs, I still don't like doing it. But it's hard, but it's so beneficial. And the ladies want you to do it. The ladies are begging you to work your lower body. So, all right, I'm going to keep it 100, guys.
Please.
I'm going to keep it 100 for you. When you get out of the bed, they're watching you. They're looking at you. They're watching you walk to the bathroom. They're watching. And they watching it and they're either giving you a thumbs down or they giving you a thumbs up. All right. I'm just telling you guys, I'm keeping it 100 with you. I've been told this a million times. They are watching when you walk to the bathroom, you got out of the bed, you know what I'm talking about. All right? Don't be trying to tell me you holding women up and all that. You ain't holding nobody up. You ain't holding nobody up if you ain't working your lower body, if you ain't working your legs, you ain't holding nobody up doing nothing but regular stuff in the bedroom. All right? So if you want to do a little more extra in the bedroom, guys, start working your lower body. Trust me on this. Your lady wants you to pick her up. She wants you to pick her up, guys. So you want to spice things up a little bit. Start working your lower body so you can pick her up. She'll thank you later. Thank me later, guys. You're going to thank me for this. I'm telling you. You're going to thank me for this.
Hold on, though. Hold on. It also, so can you talk about the testosterone aspect as well? Like, because
again,
obviously there are some men suffering from low T.
So as men get older, one of the things I'm sure most men are aware of is low T, lower testosterone. And you don't want lower testosterone. You want to keep your testosterone high, guys, for especially the reason I was just talking about in the bedroom. You want that testosterone level to stay high. One of the best ways to help keep your testosterone high is weight training. Weight training with real weight and working your lower body, because that's where your biggest muscles are. Your thighs, your butt, those are your big muscles. Those are the biggest muscles on your body. You have to work those muscles. Working those muscles is going to help to keep your testosterone levels up. Doing exercises like squats, like deadlifts, like lunges, like hip thrusts, those exercises all work a lot of big muscles and all help to boost your testosterone levels. Leg press is okay. That would be way down on my list as far as those other ones that I named. Squats, deadlifts, lunges, step ups, hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats, all those exercises are better than leg press because they're all weight bearing, meaning you're supporting the weight. Leg press, you're lying back on the machine and pushing the legs in and out. That's a good exercise. Those other exercises are great exercises. All those are better.
What do you think about damn, I just lost my train of thought. I'm gonna come back to it, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay. So now we've talked a lot about the men's. Okay. For the ladies.
Compound. Somebody just said.
Yes.
Compound lifts are all good for. Yep, that's right. All the exercises for R5. All the exercises I mentioned are compound movements. So compound movements are exercises that you're using more muscles at one time. Okay. Exercises like I said for the lower body. Exercise for upper body are chest press, are chest flies, are rows, are pull-ups, are push-ups, are shoulder press. Any compound movement, you're working bigger muscles. You're doing a lot more work as opposed to an exercise like a bicep curl. A bicep curl is an exercise that that's kind of a finishing exercise, or a tricep push down. Those are all cool to finish up your workout, but you should be spending much more time on compound movements. I really do only compound movements in my own workout. I don't really do any small muscles. I focus on the big muscles because I'm doing exactly that. I'm trying to keep my testosterone levels up.
Okay, so a couple things while they're on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts. I know what your thoughts are on steady state cardio,
So
but
somebody is saying this is debatable. What?
Okay, so I'm not sure. Twist. Okay, I don't know when you came on. This man has been a fitness professional for 30 years, so he knows of what he speaks.
Well, ask him to type in what he thinks is debatable. I'm not sure what I'm willing to talk about it. Whatever he thinks is debatable. Tell him to type in whatever's debatable. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah. Okay. So so a couple of things I wanted to talk about with you were okay. So cardio, the cardio piece, because I understand. I know your thoughts on steady state cardio. I know that's not it. I know HIIT cardio, sprints, bike sprints, rowing, like
They
anything that you're doing
they they both
intervals.
have their place. They both have their place. Um, so like you said, there's two different types of cardio. There's HIIT training, high intensity interval training, which is like it says, it's high intensity. So you're going hard for a short burst, and then you're going at a moderate pace. You're going back and forth, like a spin class, for example, or doing sprints. Um, as far as the most bang for the buck, if somebody comes to me and they're trying to see a fast change, they want to see a results, in a short period of time. We're going to do compound movements for our weight training. We're going to focus on HIIT training for their cardio. We're going to do sprints. We're going to do rowing machine. We're going to do the assault bike. But um, exercises like walking still are very beneficial. Go for a walk. My studio is right near Kelly Drive. Going for a walk on Kelly Drive, seeing the river and seeing the scenery, that still is a great workout. Going for walks. More people will really benefit from getting more steps in every day. That's something that more people should be focusing on, trying to get more steps and trying to get more walking done, and not driving everywhere that you don't have to drive.
So
So
obviously, you work with people at different fitness levels. So you're right. Everybody's not training to become an elite athlete, right?
right.
But to sculpt the body like an athletic looking frame, or lean,
Hmm.
right? That's how you achieve that, by incorporating the HIIT, and depending on how much weight you have to lose,
So
right?
so
And the weights.
um, so again, there are going to be people that are listening right now that are not going to agree, but this is what I do for a living every single day.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't really care.
Okay?
I'm
This is what I
listening
do
to
for a living
you.
every single day. And as far as changing your body, as far as developing your body, as far as shaping your body, as far as what you want to look like going forward as you get older, nothing will do that more than weight training. Nothing. If there was something better, that's what I would be doing every day with my clients. If something else did that more effectively, that's what I would be doing. Nothing will do that more than weight training. For most people have a lack of muscle. That's what most people's problem is. They have a lack of muscle development. When you see a lady with great curves, like yourself, those curves are muscle. That's you. It can only be, the only thing that can be on your body is muscle, fat, bone. So to get curves, when a lady wants to have better legs, a better butt, and I don't mean BBL. No offense to anyone that has one, but you can develop your butt without getting a BBL. That is weight training that does that. Cardio will not do that. I don't care how much you run, bike, whatever it is, that's not going to do what weight training will do. So if you want to change how your body is shaped, how your body looks, if you only, I tell people all the time that an analogy to use is a pear shape or an apple shape. If you have a pear shape and you only do cardio, you will now have a smaller pear shape. If you have an apple shape and you only do cardio, you will have a smaller apple shape. But as far as developing the curves of your body, the way your legs, your butt, your arms, your chest, your back, your stomach, to get those tone, get the shape of those muscles, that is weight training. The only thing that will do that will be weight training. Nothing else. Nothing else will do that. When you see an older man or older lady that's hunched over, that has bad posture, they look like a little old lady looks, or what most people think a little old lady looks. They look like that from a lack of muscle. They don't have any muscle tone. They don't have any muscle strength, so they can't hold their torso up. If they started weight training in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, they would not look like that. They would be able to stay upright. They would be able to, my first job out of when I left Penn State, my first job, I was the director at the Downtown Y, which isn't there anymore, but there used to be these group of gentlemen. They were all retired. They were all in their 70s and 80s. And these guys looked amazing. They played racquetball. They weight trained. They swam in the pool. They got on the rowing machine. They got on the bikes. You name it, they did it. But they came in they were all retired. They had nothing else to do. But part of their daily routine was getting into the gym. And these guys looked great. They didn't look like their age, and they didn't feel their age because they kept their bodies moving. So there's nothing that's going to help your longevity, the way you feel, the way you look. Nothing will do that better than the exercise that you're doing and what you're putting into your body. Nothing.
So, there's a question that somebody has in the chat, which is your thoughts on vitamins and supplements to gain weight. And then I would also like you to talk about women lifting weights. Now, I mean, you really kind of touched on that in your last statement.
There's so many. So let's start with women lifting weights, because that's something that so many people, and I think Black people more than any other people have so many misconceptions about weight training. So many Black women who would benefit so much from weight training think that, I don't want to look like a man. I've been weight training. I'm 57. I've been weight training since I was 14 years old. And if I only wish it was as easy as so many women think it is to put on muscle. You weight train. It is hard to put on muscle. It is hard. It's very hard. You have to work hard, and you have to work for years. It takes years to build muscle. When I was at Penn State, I got on campus as a 17-year-old freshman. I was about 180 pounds, and I was getting my butt kicked in practice every day because all the older guys were bigger and stronger than me. So I was getting killed. So I had to really focus on eating like crazy and lifting like crazy to put on 20 pounds to finally get up to close to 200 pounds. And the only way you do that is a concerted effort to put on muscle like that. You can't just because a woman starts lifting 2 or 3 times a week and she's using 25-pound dumbbells, you're not going to suddenly get all these muscles like a man. It just is not possible. It doesn't happen like that.
So can you explain to them then how that does happen? Because they have to be lifting. I mean, I know that there are some women who do.
The women they see that look like, quote unquote, a man are trying to look like that. Most of them are taking supplements like steroids or something else. They're trying to look like that. There are competitions, bodybuilding competitions for women in that category. But again, there are other women who are not trying to look like that still lift heavy weights. The ladies that work out with me lift heavy weights. Okay, they lift heavy weights. I've got ladies that can squat, almost 200 pounds. I got ladies that are deadlifting, 230 pounds. That's so for most women, that's very heavy weight. But none of them look manly. None of them have big, huge muscles. They look like women with nice curves. So women that want nice curves, if you want nice curves, you should be focusing mainly on weight training. Mainly on weight training.
Hear what that man said? Huh?
Mainly on weight training. Okay. So when people ask what I do and what I do for my clients, I tell them the same exact thing every single time. Mostly weights and a little bit of cardio. Mostly weights and some cardio. Some people like doing a little more cardio. I see my man David Foster is on. He loves the bike. He's a cyclist. He does many miles on the bike, and that's cool. Some people really just enjoy biking or swimming, something like that, and that's cool. But as far as you changing the shape, the way your body is developed, only weight training is going to do that. And I can't express that enough. And more people need to be focusing on doing more weight training. You should be trying to get at least at least twice a week. That should be the minimum you're doing. And you're trying to get maybe 3 to 4 times a week. And like we talked about earlier, focusing on compound movements mainly. Focus on the big exercises that are going to get you the most bang for the buck.
Thank you, David. So, yes, and I will attest, as I said, because I know, you know,
So so someone's asking about
the
vitamin supplements to gain weight.
supplements.
I missed that. So
And don't forget to answer the question about the supplements as well. Like, oh, that's what you just
that's
said. Sorry.
that's what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
okay.
So
Sorry. Yep.
so first and foremost, I don't like to over supplement. I take supplements every day, and there's lots of great supplements that we can talk about. But first and foremost, you should be, as far as trying to gain weight, your food should be the main way you're doing that. You should be eating more food. That's how you gain weight. If you're trying to gain good weight, you're trying to eat more food. You need to be getting enough good protein with every one of your meals, at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you want your body weight to be 150 pounds, you need to be taking in 150 grams of protein every day. Most women especially are protein deficient. Most women are not getting enough protein. If you want to see your curves develop, your legs, your hips, your arms, your whatever you want to see develop. If you want, you can work on your legs all day, but if you're not getting in enough protein, getting in enough food, you're not going to develop anything. You're not going to develop your butt if you're in a caloric deficit. You can't do both. So if you're trying to build, you can't be at a caloric deficit. You got to be eating more food.
So, like for me, for instance, now, again, as we've discussed, I've worked with you. I have another coach that I work with, as well. So, um, excuse me. I am still trying to get to a particular weight goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is like maybe another 15.
We both know what your problem is. You need to be taking care of your nutrition better. You know that's what it is. You need to be tracking it, like we've talked about. All things I've talked about, you know that you need to do better. That's all it is. If you do your workouts are going
No.
great.
You're absolutely right. I know it's my nutrition is where I'm deficient, because I don't like, again, anybody who follows me on here knows, like, I'll do the work.
You do the work. You do.
I
Your
will do the
workouts are
work,
great.
and
Mm-hmm.
and it is not a game. The nutrition is like hit or miss, and that's where I have a challenge. But the thing that you just mentioned about, like, getting enough protein, and like if you want to build a bigger butt or whatever, like, besides doing squats and the Bulgarian split squats and the deadlifts and whatever, like, how, for me, wanting to lose weight is then consuming more, go, like, that's sort of counterproductive to that goal, because it's not like I can spot reduce, right?
So so you manipulate your macros, but again, you have to be so. For everyone listening, macros are macronutrients. You have 3 macronutrients: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. All 3 are important. All 3 you need. You need all 3 for body functions. But the way you manipulate those 3, you get your macronutrients from food. Some foods are high in protein. Some foods are high in carbohydrates. Some foods are high in fat. The way you manipulate those 3 macronutrients is how you change your body, both the amounts of calories you're taking in, the amounts of macronutrients. So someone who's trying to gain weight, you should be taking in more carbohydrates. That's going to help you gain weight, and you still need to be getting an adequate amount of protein. Someone who's trying to lose weight, you should be decreasing your carbohydrate intake and increasing your protein intake. But whatever way you're trying to do it, you still have to know where you are. you have to have some way to monitor what you're doing every day. You have to know how much protein you're taking in, how much carbohydrates you're taking in, how many total calories you're taking in. And if you're not, most people, again, are winging it. You know, this is what I fight with my clients with more than anything else, is the nutrition part.
Yeah,
Just like you,
Tanisha,
you know,
Tanisha's on here
oh yeah,
attesting to that.
yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
Yeah,
I know the
yeah.
struggle, girl.
She and I will be fighting in the morning as usual. Um, and yeah, that's what it is. So what I tell a lot of people to do, for a lot of busy people like yourself, one thing would help is, even if it's not every day, use a meal prep company. There's lots of great meal preps. I've got clients that use several different ones. Factor is one that several clients are using that they seem to really like that one. But either you're doing your own meal prep, or use a meal prep company that's helping you control what you're doing every day. You by doing that, you know the amount of calories you're taking in, you know the amount of carbs you're taking in, you know the amount of protein you're taking in. And then it's easier for you to use your MyFitnessPal, which you should be using, to track what you're doing every day. So at the end of the day, you're able to look at what you did. So you inputted what you had for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for snack, and then at the end of the day, you can look at what your total calories were. You can look at what your carbohydrates, your protein, your fats were, and you know, either, yes, I'm at a caloric deficit today. You know, I'm under the calories I'm supposed to be at. Yes, I got the amount of protein I was supposed to get today. Or I went over my calories today where I'm supposed to be. I didn't get the amount of protein I was supposed to get. And you need to fix it tomorrow.
Also, having like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or something, because
Yep.
that'll show you exactly how many calories that you've burned.
So,
And of course, you're not just burning calories. Hold on. I know that there's a distinction between like active calories and just regular calories, but you're burning calories all throughout the day, just doing normal whatever you do, not just when you work out, right?
so I don't mind people, like, you know, I have an Apple Watch. I love my Apple Watch. I pay no attention to it as far as my workouts. I don't look at it and say, damn, I got a great workout because my Apple Watch told me I did. I know I got a great workout because I worked my ass off in my workout. So as long as you're working your ass off in your workout and you're putting in great workouts, don't be a slave to whatever your watch said. Don't be a slave to that. Don't focus on that. Focus on giving it everything you've got with your workouts, and everything will go great. Don't be such a slave, because really, that, you know, that's not, a lot of times it's not even as accurate as most people think it is. So I don't believe in that so much. I try to get my clients to, you know, it's cool to be able to put it up on, you know, on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I did this and I put up this number for my workout, blah, blah, blah. That's all cool. But just go in your workout and crush your workout. Keep crushing your workouts, and everything will work out great.
But so, okay, so one thing, and I know it's been, you know, a few years since we trained together, but like the one thing that I think is distinctive between when most people work out on their own versus working out with, you know, a professional, a coach, like a good professional, that like you can't take these extended breaks in between, because in order for your workout to be effective, which is also at least one of the benefits that I would think of wearing the watch, is that you can um um check your heart rate. So if the heart rate is going down too much, then like you have to stay in that at least in the in the fat burning zone. That's the goal,
So
right?
so when you're weight training, um, it is important to get some rest, because you in order for you to do your next set adequately and with good form, with good technique, and to get the most out of that next set, if you're too tired, you can't get a good next set in.
Mm-hmm.
So you do need to give yourself some rest.
Mm-hmm.
My clients get 60 to 90 seconds rest.
Oh,
Okay. No.
you nice.
Well, they've done, so our basic workout is we do 3 compound movements in a row. We do a lower body compound movement, we do a pushing compound movement, we do a pulling compound move. So we do 3 real hard exercises. So for example, we'll do a squat, we'll do a chest press, we'll do a bent over row. So 3 hard moves in a row. So after that third move, your heart rate is booming. So
you're saying
60
in one as one, like a superset.
Yeah, so one superset is those 3 moves.
Okay, got it.
So that's so their heart rate after that third exercise is booming out of their chest, and 60 seconds is just enough for them to be able to do that next set with good form. And their heart rate is still up, but yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, a lot of guys that come in and like come to boot camp for the first time, they struggle a lot because guys aren't used to working out like that. Guys are used to doing a set of one exercise, sit around and bullshit for a couple minutes, do another set, sit there and look at the hot chick that just walked by, do another set, talk about the Eagles game for a couple minutes, and we don't do that shit. We don't do any of that shit. We ain't no talking. If I see somebody talking, then they know there's gonna be a problem. So if you got some breath to talk, oh okay. Here's 5 more. We need to go up and weight. We're gonna go up 5 more pounds because you got so much breath to talk. Okay, I got you. So yeah, so we ain't no talking going on. You should really have just enough breath to get to your next set. So 60 to 90 seconds is a good amount of rest, as long as you're doing big compound movements, like squats, like deadlifts, like lunges, like chest press, like push-ups, like pull-ups or assisted pull-ups. When you're doing big movements like that, you do need some rest. You don't want to be, so fatigued. I see videos of, and again, I'm going to say this, and I'm not being critical of any workout. I don't diss any trainers, any workout, but I see videos of people doing CrossFit, and they're doing things for time, and you wind up losing your form because you're doing things for time. You're going for so long that you're now doing a hard exercise like a shoulder press with bad form because you're so fatigued, because you didn't give yourself any rest. So whatever workout you're doing, you do need some rest. You do need some rest between your sets so you can still do things with good form and good technique. Nothing's more important than that.
Okay.
So I never really answered the question about vitamins and supplements.
Yes, please do that, because he did ask, and I don't want to leave him hanging.
So again, think of vitamins and supplements as just that. They are supplements. They are helping you with your goal. That shouldn't be what you're relying on. To gain weight, it should first be about food. You should be eating more good food. That's what you should be focusing on. But having supplements like protein powder, personally, I'm a proponent of grass-fed whey protein, but some people like plant-based. I'm not a plant-based fan, but if some people that like plant-based, that's cool if you want to go that way. But protein powder is a great way to help you get more protein into your day. For a lot of people that are trying to get a very high number, if you're somebody who's trying to get 150 or more grams of protein, it's very challenging to do that with just food. And that's where a protein powder comes in. You having 1 or 2 protein shakes every day, that should be about somewhere between maybe 30, 40 grams of protein in your shake. That's going to help you get to that high number that you're trying to reach every day for your protein goal. Other supplements, that are going to help you. Creatine is a great supplement for people that are weight training. If you're not using creatine, I would strongly recommend you supplement with creatine. There really are no, all the negative things you heard about creatine are false. If you do your research on it, there's really no side effects, nothing bad. So those are 2 of the main supplements I would focus on if you're trying to put on weight, trying to put on muscle. Those are the 2 main supplements that you should be using: protein powder, creatine. A lot of the plant-based supplement, plant-based protein powders do have soy. And guys, you don't want soy in your diet. I'll just show you this. That's
Yeah,
all I'm gonna say.
you don't want soy in your diet.
You don't want
Okay,
soy in
Limp
your diet,
Biscuit.
guys. All right.
No Limp Biscuits.
No
Okay.
Limp Biscuit. All right. That's what soy does to you. Get that soy out of your diet.
Okay, so one more thing, and I'm gonna bring my mom back on. So I actually want you to stay on, and then we can sign off because we've been on here for a little while. But so what was it? Oh, so I think a lot of people. So okay, I think you touched on this earlier, or maybe my mother did, but um, because some people may not necessarily have been as active when they were younger. And so
Mm-hmm.
the thought of like now doing all these intense exercises and like, again, with the weights.
That's exactly
And,
what they should be doing.
and no, well, that's what I was about to say. So, because the less you use something, like if you already weren't using it, as you're aging, it's just getting weaker and weaker and weaker.
Yep.
And like you said, the point about, an older person hunched over because their core is so weak.
Yep.
Like you also see some like older influencers who have phenomenal physiques, and some of whom didn't
Absolutely.
start training until they were in their 40s, maybe in their 50s, and they
Absolutely.
look better than like some 20 and 30-year-olds. So like I think that people get scared, like, oh, my knees and my back, my neck and my back. Well, your knees and your back feel like that because you're overweight, probably. You're putting more stress on them from the from the excessive weight. And like, how are you going to reverse it? You're only
So
slowly declining as you
absolutely.
age. Like, slow the
Every
process
year,
down.
every year that you're not doing something, every year you're not doing this, you're making it harder to age gracefully. You're not going to be aging gracefully. If you want to age gracefully, you need to be getting started now. I don't care what your age is. I've got a 66-year-old client, Miss Janie, that if you saw some of the things this lady is doing as a 66-year-old, a grandmother, her grandson plays for the Cowboys, as a matter of fact. Don't hold that against him.
Okay, Miss Janie,
But
we
yeah,
love you, but
her grandson is a rookie on the Cowboys. He got drafted this year by the Cowboys, and this lady is doing amazing exercises. She does deadlifts, she does squats, she does lunges, she does step ups, she does chest press, she does all these big exercises that people think that they're just for younger people. They're for every people. They're for everybody. You're never too old. It's just a matter of getting started. Getting started, and you start where you are. People get intimidated by as far as like going to gyms. Oh, I'm out of shape. I'm these people are all younger than me and blah blah blah. The gym is for everybody. You start where you are. Everybody has a journey. Everybody has a starting point. Most of the clients that people see me training in my videos, most of them that look amazing, and you've seen their transformations, you saw they didn't start where they are now. They had a start point that they weren't in shape, that they didn't like how they look or how they felt. They got started, and they kept doing it, 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 and the results follow. As far as people that have any kind of injuries or issues, you talked about knees, and quite frankly, you're absolutely right what you said. A lot of people that have, you just got to own it. A lot of people that have joint issues, it's due to weight. The more weight that you're keeping on your body, the more pressure you're putting on your joints. It's as simple as that. So every pound that you're taking off of your body, you're taking pounds of pressure off of your knees, off of your hips, off of your ankles. So every pound you take off from fixing your diet, from exercising, you're going to be able to do more because your joints are not going to hurt as much. I also would strongly suggest taking a joint supplement. There's different joint supplements that you can take. I take one myself every day. As a former athlete, I have things that ache me sometimes: my knees, my hips, my shoulders, my elbows. but taking that joint supplement up every day absolutely helps those things. So I would strongly suggest looking into taking a joint supplement, anyone that has any joint issues.
So, David, okay, I'm gonna add my mom back, but also in the meantime, can you answer, someone had a question about body weight exercises compared to, hi.
What's up,
Hi
Mike?
there. Hi there, David.
You were awesome.
Listen, you were awesome. I just want to thank you for all the compliments, and coming from you as a professional really means a lot to me.
You're a testament to, that it all works.
Yes.
I mean, no, there's no better example than someone who's been doing it. And that's you're showing everybody this is what happens when you do this for a lifetime, and that's what it's about.
Well, I
Exactly. My
really
mama's
appreciate it.
77. My mama's 77 for those of you who weren't on earlier
Awesome,
when I said
awesome,
so.
awesome.
So,
What were you asking about?
yeah, David, can you just answer this question about body weight exercises? Okay, actually there was two questions I wanted you to ask, and then I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
wrap up.
so I'm gonna hit on that, and then someone else was asking about sleep, which we kind of
Yes.
touched
Yeah.
on a little earlier, but we'll go back to it. So body weight exercises. So those exercises are great. I'm all for doing any exercise. As long as you're exercising, I'm happy that you're exercising. But at some point, you need to add more resistance. Okay, the name of the game is progressive overload. Progressive overload means as time goes on, you're trying to do a little more than you've been doing. If you're doing everything that's just body weight, unless you're in prison and you're in solitary and you have no other options except doing body weight squats and push-ups, and whatever else you can do in prison. I hope I never find out. But you should be adding weights to all those body weight exercises you're doing. Body weight exercises are cool. It's cool to do body weight squats and to do push-ups and to do dips on a chair. All those things are great. Those are great exercises to do, but you still should be adding weight training, using actual weights into your program as well.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what you're doing, but it's like making noise in the background. So
I'm sorry.
yeah. Pipe down over there. Okay.
Okay.
So, or you can put your mic on mute while we're
Natasha, I don't want to know if there's weights in prison. I don't want to find out. I don't want no parts of that. So I don't want to know. I ain't built for prison. Anyway, yeah. I don't.
So I wanted to bring my mom back so each of you could sort of have a final comment on longevity.
Sleep. We gotta talk about sleep.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So go ahead.
So real quick, for the person that asked about sleep. So whenever I have a client that is not performing well, it's usually due to two things: how they ate and how they slept. So your sleep is where your body is resetting itself, where your body is recovering, is rejuvenating. There's nothing more important as far as your body recovering, your body getting back to its set point, and your body, getting rest. You have to get rest. You have to get sleep. I've been the last couple of years. I'm a nap taker. If I got a break during the day, I will grab a nap in a heartbeat. I will go home and get in bed, and I will get me a nap. If it's just an hour, it'll be an hour. Sometimes it might be 2 hours, but I'll get me a nap because I've got early clients almost every day. Every day I've got a client at 5:30. So that means I'm up at 4:30. So, that nap helps me, get through my day. And so getting as much sleep as you can. I know, we all know it's supposed to be about 8 hours. Most of us don't get that, but you should be striving to get as much as you can get. It's nothing more important than you getting more rest. And as far as looking great at 77, that's one of the ways you look great at 77, getting your rest, get your butt in bed. So you know, you don't have to be at every party. You don't have to be at every get together. Tanisha, I
Why
ain't
you
say
calling
nobody's name.
people
No,
out
you
here?
ain't heard it. You ain't heard it from me.
Well, wait a minute.
I
Okay.
ain't one to gossip.
So hold on, because we talked about this earlier. So you do have to touch on this, and then somebody asked you one question, and then I really do have to wrap this up. But okay,
All right,
so
wait. Somebody just said one of my crazy misconceptions. I gotta stop. Fat does not convert to muscle. Stop that. Stop with these crazy misconceptions. Fat does not turn to muscle. Muscle doesn't turn to fat. Muscle and fat are two different substances. Muscle is muscle. Fat is fat. Okay.
right, and then
Fat.
and the thing is,
You.
like,
you
okay, so the one thing about weight training though is if you are already overweight, right?
hmm?
You can you can build muscle, but if you have fat covering it, then you're not going to see all that good definition for the hard work that you put in, right? Where the cardio, that's where the being in the caloric deficit and some
And and that's where your nutrition is coming
yeah,
in. If you're
yeah, that
you're
part.
you're not you're not going to lose the fat until you're at a caloric deficit.
Yeah,
That's plain and
yeah,
simple.
I know,
Plain and
um,
simple.
okay,
So if most people, to lose that last 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds that you're trying to lose, it's your nutrition.
it's me.
It's nothing.
I'm people.
Everybody,
It's me.
everybody knows it. If you're honest with yourself, and you're always honest about it, you know, you keep it 100 with yourself. You know it's your nutrition. And if most people can fix that, if you can just dial in, but you have to be tracking it. It's not going to work by you just winging it. It's not, because you already know you're winging it hasn't worked. So if you know you're winging it hasn't worked, you have to do something different. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result, right? Okay, so stop doing the same thing. Let's try something different and let's get a different result.
Ah, okay. So one more question, and then I'm wrapping up. So Dave
NutriBall, you don't
asked.
want to lose any more weight? That's cool. Keep weight training and keep your body not at a caloric deficit. Don't be at a caloric deficit if you don't want to lose any more weight. You know, if you don't want to lose any more weight, don't be at a caloric deficit. Stay at a caloric neutral, and just make sure weight training is the main thing that you're doing with your workouts.
So, somebody asked, what do you feel about the amount of water? Excuse me, the amount of water intake, and do you drink anything other than water? Oh, no. The thing that I wanted to ask you about besides that is what we discussed about when you're out and about, and people feeling like, the boogeyman is watching them
Oh
when you're out in
Lord.
social
Okay, so
settings.
everybody that sees me out, number one, you don't see me out that much. I don't go out a whole lot, so it's few and far between that you see me out anymore these days. But if you see me out, just say hello. Yo, Dave, what's up? Dan Goodbodies, how you doing? Just say hello. Don't feel guilty, especially if you're not my client. Don't feel guilty about what you're drinking or what you're eating. I don't care. I'm not going to mess with you because of what you're drinking and what you're eating. I'm probably having a drink myself. As a matter of fact, I'm probably having a drink. So enjoy your drink. Enjoy whatever food you're scarfing down, the wings, the nachos, whatever you eat. Enjoy that. Enjoy it. I don't care. I promise you, I don't care. Don't feel guilty. Every time I'm out, everybody comes up to me. Yeah, and if I could just lose this last 10 pounds, oh, I know I shouldn't be drinking this. Bro, I don't care. I didn't say anything. I don't care. You go ahead and enjoy yourself. Have a good night.
But you judging on the inside a little bit.
I promise you I'm not. I'm really not. I don't care. All right.
Nah, I know.
All right. You saw the post I put up the other day. This is I'm gonna tell you what I really do. Here's the truth. I can't help because this is what I do. When I look at people, I'm in my mind thinking what they could look like if they weight train.
Right.
I'm looking at them, seeing what their body would look like if they weight train.
But by the way, I don't do that for a living, but because I have now weight trained, I also do the same thing. Like,
Because people don't understand that. Like, I see people, and I'm seeing what I'm already envisioning in my mind. If they weight train, what they could look like. Most people really have no idea what they're capable of looking like, because either they haven't been there for a long time, maybe since their 20s, or some people have never really been there. But if most people are amazed at what their body changes to when they make weight training the priority in their workout. When they make weight training the main thing they're doing. Most ladies that I work with, some of them never thought they would look a certain way, never thought they would have some of the curves they have, but now they weight train hard every week and their body changes. Everyone can do this. Everyone can weight train. Everyone can change their body if they want to, but it comes down to your nutrition. It comes down to what you're doing for your workouts. Eat better and weight train.
and look better naked, right?
Look better naked is what it's all about. I don't care
Stay
what
ready.
anybody tells me. Everybody wants to look better naked. That's what I tell people. Everybody wants to look better naked. Whether you get out of the shower, what's the first thing you do? You looking in the mirror in the shower. I mean, when you look in the mirror when you get out of the shower, you're looking at yourself. Okay? You want to look better naked. All right? When you in the you doing your thing in the bedroom, you want to think you looking great. You want to feel yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I'm getting done, I'm feeling like what Denzel said. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. You know what I mean? That's how you want to feel. You want to get up and be like, yeah. You know what I mean? You want to feel like that. I don't care what nobody tells me. I don't believe you if you tell me you don't care about how you look naked. Yes, you do.
They need
you
more
do care.
people. Yes, they need more people. Okay.
They definitely need more people.
So on that note, I would like to thank you both for participating with me this evening and sharing your secrets to longevity. So if you have any parting words, I'm gonna let my mama go first, ladies first.
Of course.
And then because she's got extra seasoning, then you have a little bit less seasoning, and then I will close it out. So Mom, take it away.
Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny. Laughter is really important. And so, I mean, this was perfect. Besides giving us all those nuggets, David, and telling people, just making people laugh. You should find a reason to laugh every day and to smile. That really is important to aging gracefully. Getting older is a mixed blessing. Everybody hopes to be here the next day. Everybody wants to be here the next day. But it's not all bad, because a lot of times, with age, you know how to get things done. You can sort of read situations and solve problems. And it's not that you can't do that when you're younger, but it takes a little bit of thinking because you haven't been through it yet. And so I encourage, again, people who are seniors. And by the way, I don't consider myself a senior.
She's not a grandmom. She's a mom.
Exactly. I'm a mom, or a glam mom, or whatever you want to call it. But I think keep active. Find some physical activity. I'm not really trying to lose weight, but a lot of the nuggets you gave, David, were right on for me. I haven't, since a couple years ago, I haven't really been doing the weight training that I used to do, and I love, so I've got to get back to that. But I think that
get back to it.
I definitely will. But finding people to communicate with who are younger than you and older than you so you can learn something. Don't be afraid to learn new things. Don't say, oh, I've never done that before and I don't want to do it. I know seniors are often concerned about security and things, but find out what the pitfalls are and avoid those, but keep learning, keep going, keep being fabulous, keep taking care of your skin, your teeth, you're going on your health, physical appointments and so forth, and you're going to be okay, And thank you. And I'd like to
Thank you.
say thank you to my baby girl, Stacy, because she's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I learned by watching you.
Thank you.
So, and David.
Mama G, first of all, you are amazing. Okay, I learned a lot listening to you, and you've given out so much great information to everybody. I hope everybody was paying attention.
Thank you.
You know, that's unfortunately that's the problem I think in our community right now is that the younger generation, you know, they're on social media and everything. They don't listen to older people that could give them so much great information and give them so many good so much good balance that they don't have, you know, so much good structure they don't have. You know, when I came up, I was always listening to older people that
Yes.
giving me information, and I'm still doing that today. I love listening. I love getting information. I'm even though I've done what I do for over 35 years, I'm still always learning. I'm still getting more information from people all the time that I can
Absolutely.
give to my clients. So should never stop learning, no matter what your age.
That's
So wrapping things up from my perspective, again, if you're anyone who's not working out right now, it is never too late to get started. Don't tell yourself that. Don't tell yourself that, you know, where I'm at, that it just is what it is. Don't buy into that. That's a bad mentality. It's never too late to get started. You know, you don't have to be a quote unquote gym rat. You don't have to be at the gym every day, but try if you could work out 3 times a week. If you could find 3 times a week, you would just be amazed at how your body could change if you did that 3 times a week.
Plus the nutrition. Plus the nutrition.
And of course, working on your nutrition. Just, you know, again, it's not about being perfect. I don't eat perfect. So I'm going to tell you something that my clients know, and people that my real friends know, but most people would never believe this and would not believe it's true, but it's absolutely true. Every single night, I eat a tasty cake pie.
A lemon pie, right?
No, not lemon. Only I'm specific with my pies. Apple, peach, or blueberry. I don't mean every other night. I don't mean a couple once in a while. I'm being dead serious. Every single night, I eat a tasty cake pie with a small glass of milk. Every night. That's my treat for the day. So I say that to say that it's not about being perfect with your nutrition. I tell my clients to try to follow the 90-10 rule, at least 80-20. If you could do 80-20, meaning 80% of the time you're eating well, 20% of the time have a treat or two. If you could just do that, if you could do 80-20, you'd be doing great. Because most people are doing like 50-50. Right? So
most people are doing like
or worse than that.
20-80 in the reverse.
Yeah, exactly. So if you could do 80-20, 80% of the time you're eating quality proteins, you're eating fruits and vegetables, you're eating whole grains. If you were eating like that 80% of the time, your body would thank you. You would feel better. You would look better. Okay, I promise you. And that's what it's all about. It's about how you're moving your body. It's about what you're putting into your body. It's about giving your body rest. There's nothing more important than those 3 things. Okay.
perfect.
So
thank you.
Anyone that wants to reach out to me,
oh yes,
you can hit
please.
me. You can hit me here on Instagram. Damn Good Bodies. Damn is my initials. DAM. Okay, so DAM Good Bodies. BODIES. So you can hit me up on IG. Send me a DM. And you know, you're looking for one-on-one training. You're looking for a group training. You're looking for the nutrition session that I do. Hit me up and we can make it happen. So there's no person that can't do it. So many people believe that they're too old, that they're too out of shape. None of that's true. There is no such person. Everyone can do this. It's just a matter of you wanting to and a matter of you sticking with it, having that dedication. All right.
Okay.
So thank you, Stacy. Always great
Good
to see
night.
you.
Thank you
Take,
both.
Great to meet you, Mama G.
nice to meet you too. I hope to see you one day
Yeah,
soon.
I'm gonna
Likewise,
bring her to the
likewise.
boot camp,
Okay.
but you gotta take it easy on my mama though.
Of course, of course.
But all right, thank you both.
Good
So you can both sign off,
night.
Night,
please.
everybody.
Good night.
Okay. All right. So, that was a great conversation with my beloved mother and damn good bodies, David A. Miller. Again, you can follow. You don't need to worry about following my mama, but you can follow David at Damn Good Bodies, like he said on IG. And thank you all for hanging on for this marathon session of the Becky Brown Girl. I can't even talk. Becky Brown Girl show. I appreciate y'all and your support. Oh, go because I don't post the lives for those people who may have missed it and want to watch it later on IG anymore. I post it on YouTube. So go like and subscribe to my YouTube, please. I really appreciate it. It's Becky Brown Girl, same name. The link's in my bio. So again, appreciate y'all hanging out and I will see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.